Hello, everyone. Today is Monday, December 13th, 2021, at 11:06 a.m. in the morning. So it looks like there was a little bit of remodeling and construction noise next door. I don't know if they're still working on anything right now, but I guess I'll go back to that job. Um I'm I'm hoping to find a job that's not cleaning related. Nothing to deal with. I'm looking for a different job that's not related to janitorial, dishwashing, or housekeeping because it make my OCD worse. You know, so I can't tell the people at work, the supervisors or anybody that Mr. John, that I'm having the problems that I'm having with him because he's a gang stalker. So Friday, I missed out on $50 because of him, being angry about him. And it seems like as if when I left out Friday, he acted like he wanted to monitor me walking out of the door. You know, um, he's a total demon in the flesh. And and it's like I hate that they put him in charge. I mean, we've been doing fine with no quote unquote overseer for a few months, but I'm supposed to have no say so because I'm considered the temp and not the main employee, but they want to try to get me on to that main job. But they said I get paid like I I forgot what days, but twice a month rather than every day. But I wish I can. I keep saying that I wish I can make money off my writings, but I guess the only way to make success off of writing is if you're popular, if you're a popular fake sellout, which I don't want to do. I don't want to be a popular fake sellout, but I wish there was something I can do online to make money that if I can eat, I'm not saying I want to stay here, but if I can stay at some place, where I'm living at and just work online or something. But I'm looking for a permanent place to live also. Um, but I'm not. I kind of feel like as if it's a trap for me to pay such expensive amount to stay here week to week and can't really get to save anything. But then it's not so much better off if I'm back on the streets downtown and unsafe and can't get a shower and bouncing back and forth, you know, with Uber every day and having problems with Uber drivers and stuff like that. So, I hate the idea of gang stalkers getting like making money. If they're getting paid from my hard-earned money, if I work hard and then gotta pay a gang stalking Uber driver to take me home and they making money off of me while perping me at the same time. So I feel like it's a hurdle and a trap trying to figure out how to get out of this 340 a week. Um, and it doesn't seem like renting a room in somebody's house would be ideal because of people like, you know, I mean, a lot of people who rent out rooms to other people, they themselves don't live in that. And like, say, if you own a house just to rent out rooms, or you own multiple houses just to rent out rooms from people, rent out rooms to people, and you own a house to rent out rooms to people, but at the same time, you don't stay in any one of those houses, and all those houses are broken up, like, broken up, and you'll have like a caving in, mildewed ceiling, like you really don't care. And then, like, if you might have like a ceiling that's caving in and mildew and moldy, and then you that same room has bed bugs, but you don't live there, and you're renting out those rooms for like between $600 and $800 a month, and then they're bed bug infested, and then the person can't even stay there all day. You want to make sure they have a job, and basically you only want them to just be there at night just to crash, and then they're forced to leave during the day and not allowed to be in the house during the day because you feel like you can't trust them, but you're the shady scammer. So, I mean, I had a lot on my mind last night and this morning when I was taking my shower, um, with that soap, the over a year expired soap. But hey, it's the only thing about it is it didn't lather as strongly as it usually would. But it's still good soap. I had 2 bars left, so I used some of that last night, and I might as well just use it up because I know I can't save it forever. But I felt like, yeah, I never get any good soap like that. Um, I mean, they changed their formula. I think they sold out and they changed their formula. And certain of my other favorite natural companies are seeing like as if they sold out and changed the formula and it's not as pure or natural. But the good thing is you can make your own. But like with this job that right here, and then me paying $340 a week, I don't have enough money extra. I usually don't get to have much of any money extra. Maybe a little bit for food, but I mean I wouldn't have enough, say for example, to make and sell crock pot soap or something. My make my own soap and sell it on Etsy or eBay or um what's the other one? There's a couple of other websites. Shop, if not Shopify, then I don't remember um what's the name of the other website. But I could have been like doing YouTube videos of um get like a monetized channel, but it's like I don't have the money to get a I don't have the money to get a you know a crock pot. And I mean if I could have done a separate YouTube channel, but the perps want to make sure I'm suppressed and make sure I can't not allowed to make the living that I want to make. I mean, if I could make a food recipe book, or if I can make a soap recipe book, and if I can get a monetized YouTube channel and make and show y'all recipes and stuff like that, no matter how off, bizarre, and strange. I mean, but if I were to have like unique and different um soap or food recipes or any other maybe health or beauty recipes or trying to learn something different and monetize it. Say, I mean, I've seen some people, they got some cooking channels and some soap making channels. Uh, and it's like, and they've, gotten some monetization, and they make their living like that. But it's like the perps want to make it like as if I got no other option but to be forced to have a 9 to 5, well, not 9 to 5, but a minimum wage kind of slave job. Now that I basically not allowed, the perps won't allow me to try to make my own living, and it's like they want me to be degraded. They want me to be degraded and dehumanized. And then when I stand up for my, I'd be like, well, I have a college degree. Why should I be forced to work minimum wage? But then they'll throw in my face, oh, you got no skill, or you got to start from the bottom, or they'll try to tell you you need to swallow your pride. Well, how would you like to have a master's degree and forced to wash dishes? You wouldn't do it. So why do I need to swallow my pride or stop being quote unquote, what y'all want to say, quote unquote, arrogant? Y'all have sold out to get the high life that y'all get. So don't come in my face and talk about me being arrogant or prideful when I'm not even allowed to mention my bachelor's degree or nothing like that. But y'all have held me off for so many years and sabotaged my attempts at success in life. So it's not about me acting like I think I'm too good to clean a toilet or wash dishes. It's just that how would you like to have a bachelor's or a master's degree and, be forced to do the same thing? They got people who don't even have high school diplomas and got better job opportunities. So, the so-called American dream is a lie and a fraud. And they want to set you up to be debt slaves for life. And, I wish I would have known that before I turned 18. But, the foster mom, she would have been the type to keep us off social media, to keep us ignorant and enslaved. Because it's like social media is how I found out the truth. The foster mom was already trying to keep us off the computers and off the internet back then. I was 19 years old and the foster mom condemned me for having a cell phone. Did y'all believe? Can y'all believe that? The foster mom condemned me for getting a cell phone and a P.O. box at 19 years old. I was 19 years old and the foster mom condemned me for getting a cell phone or getting a P.O. box. So, that's how controlling she was. But if she's supposed to be of the occult and Freemasonry and stuff like that, she acted super repressive. Like, even at 19, 20 years old, I was not allowed to have boyfriends, not allowed to have any friends, not allowed to go anywhere, forced to just stay in her house and clean it up all day, every day, and clean up after the foster boys. But then, she thought she was too good to wash any dishes after us. I never saw her wash dishes after I ate any dishes that I used all those years. And then she waited till after I turned 18. And it was the first time I nearly cried. The first time I saw her wash one dish in that fucking house, I was already at least 18 or 19 fucking years old. She used to make us do it. So, I wish I had a self-employed opportunity, where I can be, basically my own boss and, but I heard some people say, self-employed basically is not guaranteed, But it's like nowadays the prices of everything is rising, and it's like it's kind of hard to even survive off of $12 an hour. I can't even gather up enough money to have first and last month's rent because all the money's going to here at this motel. You know, trying to figure out a way of how to get out of this. So, I was upset. I didn't want to be the boss, or I didn't want to be the lead at work if they only get paid 50 cents more, but I just didn't want Mr. John being any boss over me or any lead or having any power or control or rulership over me, since I know that he's a perp. But they try to say he deserves that position if he's been there for over 3 years. But at the same time, you just got finished telling me like an hour before that he doesn't really deserve that position because you're the one who told me basically that Mr. John doesn't clean that good. And I saw for myself he doesn't really clean that good. But remember when I told y'all Mr. John that he when I mean it kind of feel like as if they try to make it like as if I don't want to go work back there, then and complete and finish the assignment, then I'm gonna have to be like DNR or more like blacklisted or do not return. So I guess I gotta be forced to go back. I really don't want to, but um, but then again, there'll be gang stalking pretty much everywhere. That's why I wish there was something I can do where I can be my own, have my own authority, and being my in control of my own. I mean, I attempted to try to profit off of my ebooks, but the perps stopped that on purpose, and I got evidence and proof of that. They forced me to shut down my buy me a coffee, and I just barely, all I had was one post, and I was gonna put my some future short stories on there. They killed my short story career, short-lived short story career. So I feel like whatever's the doggone truth. I mean, it was fictionalized stories based on the truth, but how life truly is, for edutainment, more like, you know, like education and entertainment at the same time. But but me being targeted, the perps will make sure that I'm not successful at getting a YouTube cooking channel and get it monetized, or and grow subscribers or grow followers, or a soap making channel. They want to make sure that I'm suppressed and hated. And I heard that the thumbs down manipulate the algorithms to make sure I'm not getting any exposure. They want to make sure I'm suppressed in all ways possible. So, Mr. John, he tried to tell me. Remember, I told y'all he tried to tell me, basically trying to tell me not to do all like everything, and then try to tell me learn how to cut corners. But then he they say more than one person say he doesn't do his work properly. Well, how they let somebody I feel like that's corrupt. How they let you be the lead? I heard they only get paid 50 cents more, so I don't want that position. But how they let you be the lead? I just don't want him to have control or authority over me because he's a perp. But you know, But them trying to make it like as if um it's senseless for him to get fired behind bullying me and workplace mobbing me because he's with the main company and because I'm a temp. You know, but they trying to get me back hired on with the main company. But the only difference would be I would be considered a main employee of that company, but at the same time, um, end up getting paid like twice a month rather than daily. But I don't know how that will work out with me staying here because I gotta pay every week to stay here. I kind of feel like I'm trapped in a loop and like I'm trying to get out of this stuck hole, but I'm a step above being on the streets. I'm glad I'm not on the streets right now. But Mr. John himself, that day when he was trying to tell me about Building 9 being haunted, and, at that moment he was telling me about the homeless men. And then he pissed me off and upset me trying to say that homeless people. Now if you see Mr. John, you would think he looked like a homeless druggie, and he looks like very pale with pale crusty lips, and you would think he's a walking dead man, you know. So he sit there and angered me by telling me that homeless people put themselves in that predicament and that they're lazy and don't want to work. But then hear people saying that he doesn't do his job properly, that he doesn't do his that he doesn't clean that good, and I see for myself because when the like immediate supervisor has to go somewhere or leave early, or if he's not there that day, Mr. John, it seemed like he would use that floor cleaner and he would clean like extra long, take extra long with it, but then he'll get it quick and out of the way when the boss is there. So you know, um he sit there and you know, cuz then he take extra long on purpose. Holding the other people don't care, but I know it vexes me. And he would, as I say, he would do stuff like copy off the real boss, and now he got that doggone position. It's like he wanted to try to be like the other boss and try to sit in his chair and mock things that he says and does, trying to copy off of him with whistling and everything. And the way people describe him to be childish, like I've talked to a few people and they say that Mr. John seems childish like an 8-year-old, but he looks like he's at least 60. He's super tall with a big bald spot at the top, and then the rest he got long, straight white hair. And he's sitting there telling me about homeless people are lazy and don't want to work, and I think he walked up to me telling me about the homeless men out. He trying to say homeless people sleep near the school and stuff like that. And it's like he was when he tried to start and entangle a whole conversation with me. It seemed like he was purping me with that whole damn conversation. Telling me about Building 9 being haunted, and then telling me about the homeless men, and then saying homeless people are on drugs and lazy and don't want to work and stuff like that. And it seemed like he was just trying to vex and piss me off. And then later on that night, in the next morning, I had a lot of every time I went to sleep and woke up, I had like nothing but demonic nightmares about only him. So and then I don't know, it just was a really strange night. So I know I don't have much time left. It's 11:31. Don't feel like I don't want to fucking go, man. I do not want to go to work. And I heard that workplace mobbing or workplace bullying, and then when you don't get proper justice, that drives a person to not want to go to work. You know, and then and they be targeted, and they end up homeless or whatever. You know, but before I get off this video, I wanted to say, I heard about the tornadoes in Kentucky and whatever other states, and I offer my condolences and my heart goes out to those people. Um, I really think that was HAARP, HAARP, weather controlled situation for depopulation, satanic depopulation and ritual sacrifice and destruction. So, um, I know they said we gotta pray without ceasing, so that's why I slacked off, but need to get better, you know. But you know, I'm looking for a different job opportunity. I'm looking for a different job opportunity and something better, and you know, something where I can make my own money. They make things so easy, sound so easier than what it is. So the video is about to cut me off. So I'll see y'all later.